Yeah, I'm going to read a poem entitled Fennec. Fennec is a small fox that lives in the deserts of North Africa. Now, the idea of Fennec started with this 18th century print called L'animal anonyme. And it was the idea of having a presence that is anonymous, like a voice that is anonymous, and how that could anonymity could hear and also could express things. And also the idea that comes from Casey O'Callaghan that sound is an event, and it doesn't travel through a medium, but actually goes, say, from X to Y rather than Y traveling. So it's based on that concept. I don't want to get too technical. Okay, Fennec. L'animal anonyme. Dictation is mimetic. Silence. An animal flower or a human insect. Compelled. The early syllabary, illuminated, becomes footnote, writes the reading, listens to the moon's seepage. Calligraphy brings the intimate act of one body to cloud, to sand, erasure inside lava. Text is lips from word of mouth, not unheard, or if at all. Anonym light, the audible warmth, soundscape, an initiated song in hail. The house of one moment evaporated, ululated, 1 second not an atmosphere. First the occasion only occurs on what only time will tell. Twice the blurred eye, trilled sight, a floating scribble, once more, or a surface. The paper, cover, and falls. Envelope's noise of compressed water. To capitulate in half, the sea-drenched dress abandoned. That, then this chapter garment as weather. Temporarily storms, murmurs its pause, and if it does, the chorus, clouds, early, clothes, long ago, hours, lips, crease, times entwine, and like tailor-made zigzags catch victory and snippets, naked knots decode from word-woven script. The background, the mongrel dog, the lunatic verse, the village outskirts timber for a while. Wait. Victorian table legs will reveal lateness when the object's range is 4 times sand and cloth overall past. Too late for time. Why wait? You can live here for nothing, in a language someone's heard, pause or noise. You don't have to pay this melodian in this or any other way alone. Speech slopes to an esplanade till the full makes sense to the few. Miracles now of midday long, fruitful clay, overspills the marriage, umbilical now trails. The book is the air. This is the book. From reverberation, silken legs, you stand against the light in obscure places. A passerby ambles, your sheltered nudity exposed, swaying drapes seen from a window sill where you initiated the air landing on the frame and broke the barrier. The soft breeze, pointless silence, set as rather new paragraph verse scattered. Slamming a revolving door mute, the pages split back into objects. A well-dubbed one screen, the fallen leaves single out the light veins to the sun. A room guess in these stanzas, architecture's navel, and a planet's orifice ingrained by draft outside. Are there still puddles? Oh, H1, H2, H3, H4, 0 in no zoo. After just the rain, a tended grasshopper peg attached to cloth, hungry, wet to dry sea, the desert, reflecting pieces of sky, heaven, quoted and footnoted again by cardinal points or another level. I can't say, don't know why it leaps from rock insect, from verb, text scrape for text. Granulated voice now does not speak, but speaks heat, here, weather, in ears wide apart. Thumb stabbing dreams from these thoughts. Symmetry is non-rhythmical. Weariness and shattered. Is it hearing where timbre enters your story? constellated in mutiny, explanatory of spacing dots to bloom, seaward and cacti penetrating skin, say speech bubbles, say text, membrane imposed on a night sky, the noise that makes poems. I can hear the palm tree growing from adjective to a reflexive verb, the eardrum. Why leave? You can grow out of writing. Far and far as well too. The droplets of inklings you left, although you are about to push the trays forwards, I stumble into the presence that guards the amenable with no walls to lean on, rings the bell the time, holy meanings of tactile and non-tactile noise. It does not. Solidified gardens open where the fingers touch the barked pond, contain directions. I will remain outside and silence appears. Poems of infected words, hush, in broken routine that cannot be repaired. So much silence found ruins loud, timbre and the line that stabs. Reception bell, voice in a sound field. Describe the situation where there is none. Directing of sense of sounds direction, of the two-eared book, of the two stolen signifiers, funambulism, the verse is always a line in the air. Infinite horizon line, reasoning razor cut, the object by rod. That numbed sound appearance, wired in the air as equilibrium. Sporadically the harbour, drawn by the wind, nomad to the porous land, text find stars, portal geographies come when they go, memorize in forming clouds, the lost silence of the words recuperated. The creation of now is not last, but it is not commencing, far longer than enough, for the day ends as me, anticipated, full. Stop. The abandonment, space between the people where sound becomes acoustic. It is the sound in which I hear this sound. The poem is instrument or object through which things happen again in another territory. Everything exists in order to end up in a book. You saw yourself through the naked eye, sayable, visual. Aren't sounds parts of another sound? How do you write continuity? Then textualize sign forms, deadlines meet in the infinite. Las orellas truntoyen, o primer cop, the first time. The negation of noise and then the bang on the object to make it hear, the connection. Tuning of the desert return, texts in a book so invisible. You flip the pages and see the air, transported through objects of sonic matter, a fan of waves. The stranger quoted in his own language, distances. Ma costate però è arrivata alla fine del success. Yacha bicicletta, after Beckett, and written yet, comes so far close to music. What made you want to look up the word moon at some unearthly hour? Recordare una llengua remota al che torna passato al corpo morto. Mai trovato ovviamente la lluna di la tipografia del cell. Ink sounds, birds like photographs, a fennec, and letters in the desert. And yet,